My dear brothers and sisters, wherever you are listening from, may the peace, the mercy, and the light of Allah envelop your heart in this very moment. I want you to take a breath, relax your shoulders, and allow your heart to soften. Because today, we are speaking about something that every soul yearns for, but often forgets to nourish. The purity of the heart, the sweetness of turning back to Allah, and the gentle healing that daily dua brings into our lives. You know, life moves so fast. Sometimes we don't even realize how much our hearts carry. Worries stack up, pain settles in, regrets sit heavily inside us. We smile on the outside, but inside there are storms that no one else sees. There are days when you wake up tired, even if you slept enough. There are nights when your pillow absorbs tears that you never speak about. There are moments when you feel close to giving up, even if no one around you notices. But let me tell you something, my beloved listeners, Allah notices. Allah knows every trembling whisper of your heart. He knows the sadness that you hide from the world. He knows the frustrations you push down and pretend are not there. He knows the heaviness on your chest, even before you can form the words to describe it. And Allah, in His infinite gentleness, has given us a gift, one of the greatest gifts of this life. A rope that connects the earth to the heavens. A key that unlocks mercy, tranquility, forgiveness, and clarity. And that gift is dua. The simple act of raising your hands. The simple turning of your heart. The simple acknowledgement that you need Allah and that Allah is always near. Dua is not just words. It is not just a ritual. It is not something extra that we do when everything falls apart. Dua is a lifeline, a purifier, a source of light, a direct conversation with the one who created your heart, understands your pain, and loves you more than you can imagine. But before we explore how daily dua transforms us, I want you to understand something deeper, something essential. Allah is not distant. Allah is not waiting for you to be perfect before you turn to Him. Allah is not looking at your past mistakes and closing the door in your face. No, the door of dua is open every second, every moment, every heartbeat. There is nothing you have done that is too heavy for His mercy. There is no sadness too deep for His comfort. There is no weakness too embarrassing for His forgiveness. There is no fear too big for His protection. You see, when you turn to Allah even once, sincerely, the entire universe changes in your favor. The angels surround you. Your soul begins to soften. Your path begins to shine. Your burdens begin to lighten. And your heart begins to heal in ways the world can never explain. Sometimes people say, "But I've asked Allah so many times and nothing has changed." My dear brother, my dear sister, everything has changed. You just don't see it yet. Allah hears you the first time. The moment your lips move, the moment your heart whispers, Allah hears. But sometimes, Allah delays the answer not to punish you, not to ignore you, not to push you away, but to pull you closer, to purify your heart, to strengthen your soul, to prepare you for something better. Or sometimes, Allah is giving to you, protecting you, rearranging your path in hidden ways you cannot see yet. You know the beautiful thing. The Prophet Muhammad said that every dua is answered. Every single one. Either Allah gives you what you ask for, or He gives you something better, or He protects you from harm you never knew was coming, or He saves the reward for you on the day of judgment, when you will need it most. How can a believer ever lose when Allah never lets a dua go unanswered? And this is why daily dua purifies the heart. Because when you make dua every day, you are not just speaking. Your heart is surrendering. You are acknowledging your dependency on Allah. You are watering the seeds of faith inside you. You are breaking down the ego that whispers, "I can handle everything on my own." No, you can't. None of us can. We were created to need Allah. Not sometimes. Not only during Ramadan. Not only when life breaks us. We need Allah every single day, every hour, every breath. Daily dua keeps the heart alive. It keeps you connected. It keeps you humble. It keeps you grateful. It keeps you hopeful. It keeps you remembering that you are never alone. Let me ask you something. How many times has your heart felt heavy recently? How many times have you felt confused about what to do? How many times have you felt unmotivated, distant, spiritually empty? How many nights have you gone to sleep feeling disconnected from yourself and from your Creator? Now imagine if, every day, even for a few minutes, you sat quietly, raised your hands, and poured your heart out to Allah. Imagine the stillness. Imagine the comfort. Imagine the way your thoughts would clear. Imagine the softness that would enter your chest. Imagine the tears that would fall and wash away the emotional dust from your soul. Daily dua is not only about asking Allah for things, it's about talking to Him, connecting with Him, letting your heart breathe. If you want a heart that is calm, strong, pure, and full of light, make dua your daily companion. There is a beautiful lesson from the life of the Prophet a lesson that I always think about. He was the most beloved to Allah, the purest of all creation, sinless, protected, guided directly by revelation, yet he made dua constantly, every day, every night, during hardship, during ease, after prayer, before sleeping, when waking up, when traveling, when eating, when facing challenges, when receiving blessings. Every moment of his life was filled with dua. Why?
Because he was teaching us something profound. No matter how strong you think you are weak without Allah. And no matter how weak you feel, you are strong with Allah. The Prophet who made dua in moments of deep sadness. When he lost his beloved wife, Khadija. When he was rejected by the people of Ta'if. When his companions were suffering in Makkah. When he stood in prayer until his feet swelled. In the quiet of the night, when everyone else was asleep, he cried to Allah. Not because he was in despair, but because he understood the sweetness of relying on Allah. And if the Prophet needed dua every day, how can we survive without it? Now I want to talk to you about something many people misunderstand. Some people think dua is only about asking for worldly things. Success, wealth, marriage, healing. And yes, we should ask Allah for everything, even the smallest things. But dua is much deeper. It is an act of purification. Every time you make dua, you are cleansing your heart from arrogance, from attachment to the world, from hopelessness, from impatience. Daily dua teaches your heart that all good comes from Allah, and all solutions come from Him. It teaches you that you do not control life, Allah does. And that realization, instead of frightening you, actually frees you. It brings peace. Because trying to control everything is exhausting. But trusting Allah brings rest. My dear listener, do you know how much Allah loves it when you call upon Him? Allah is not annoyed by your repeated requests. Allah never gets tired of hearing your voice. If you return to people again and again with your problems, they might get frustrated. But Allah becomes more generous, more merciful, more loving. The more you ask, the more Allah gives. Not always in the way you expect, but always in the way that is best for you. Daily dua also teaches gratitude. Because when you talk to Allah regularly, you begin to notice the blessings you were blind to. You begin to appreciate the breeze on your face, the roof above your head, the food on your table, the people who love you, the health you still have, the guidance you were granted, the moments of laughter, the breaths you take without thinking. Gratitude purifies the heart, and nothing increases gratitude like dua. Because dua opens your eyes to the gifts you used to overlook. And let me tell you something beautiful. When you make dua during ease, Allah supports you during hardship. When you remember Him when life is smooth, He remembers you when life becomes rough. When you turn to Him in gratitude, He opens doors for you in ways you never imagined. But if you only turn to Allah when life breaks you, Allah will still answer, because He is merciful. But imagine the beauty of a relationship where you turn to Him every day, not just when you are desperate. If you want your heart to shine, speak to Allah not only with requests but with love. Say, "Oh Allah, thank you for everything." Say, "Oh Allah, I trust you even when I don't understand." Say, "Oh Allah, I know you love me even when I struggle to love myself." Say, "Oh Allah, guide me, purify me, make me someone who draws closer to you every day." This kind of dua fills your heart with light. Now, let me remind you of something many of us forget. Dua is not only for solving problems, it's for strengthening the soul. Some of you are struggling with patience. Dua will help you. Some of you are struggling with anger. Dua will melt it away. Some of you are struggling with temptation. Dua will protect you. Some of you are struggling with sadness. Dua will comfort you. Some of you are struggling with faith. Dua will restore it. Some of you are struggling with loneliness. Dua will fill your heart with companionship. Some of you are struggling with sins. Dua will help you break the cycle. Because dua is like water, it washes the heart. When you make dua every day, even if you don't see the changes right away, trust the process. Allah is purifying you. Allah is strengthening you. Allah is preparing you for something. You see, when you sincerely call upon Allah, He doesn't only give you what you ask for. He gives you more. He makes you wiser, more patient, more trusting, more grateful, more noble in character, more compassionate, more merciful toward others, more hopeful, more resilient. Dua molds the heart until it becomes beautiful. But let's speak honestly now. Many people stop making dua because they feel their sins are too many. They feel too ashamed. They feel unworthy. They think, why would Allah listen to someone like me? Let me tell you something that could change your life. Allah loves the hearts that return to Him after falling. Allah loves the ones who cry out to Him because they are weak. Allah loves the ones who are struggling, but still trying. Allah loves the ones who knock on His door even with trembling hands. The Prophet who taught us that Allah is happier with a person who repents and turns to Him than a traveler who finds his lost camel in the desert after thinking it was gone forever. That is how much Allah loves your return. Never think your sins are too great for Allah. Never think you are too far gone. Never think Allah has closed the door on you. You may have turned away from Allah 1,000 times, but Allah is ready to welcome you back every time. What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you turn back to Him. Daily dua, even a few minutes, even a few heartfelt words, it brings you back, it lifts you, it cleans you, it reconnects you. And remember this, Allah is not looking for perfection. Allah is looking for sincerity. You might stumble. You might cry. You might feel weak. You might feel lost. But if you are sincere, Allah will raise you. Allah will guide you. Allah will bring you to a place better than you ever imagined. Do you know what makes dua so miraculous? You don't need to be in a mosque. You don't need to be in a specific place. You don't need special words. You don't need to be fluent. You don't need to be a scholar. You just need a heart that needs Allah. You can make dua while walking, while driving, while cooking, while crying, while sitting alone, while sitting with people, while lying in bed, while staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night. Allah is always listening. Always. There is never a time when He is too busy. Never a time when He is asleep. Never a time when He is unaware. Never a time when He is distant. And if you knew how gently Allah takes care of you, you would never worry again. My beloved listeners, let me tell you something that might touch your heart. Some of the answers to your du'as will come in ways you don't recognize at first. You'll only understand them later. Maybe Allah saved you from a marriage that would have broken you. Maybe He delayed something because you weren't ready. Maybe He closed a door because behind it was harm. Maybe He made you wait so that your heart would grow. Maybe He took something away to give you something better. Every dua has a destiny, and Allah is the best planner. Sometimes Allah gives you what you want quickly because it is good for you. Sometimes He delays it because the right moment hasn't arrived yet. Sometimes He replaces it because you deserve something better. Sometimes He protects you from it because it would have harmed your heart or your faith. And this journey of dua teaches you trust. Trust in Allah's timing. Trust in Allah's wisdom. Trust in Allah's plan. Trust that Allah sees what you don't. Trust that Allah cares in ways you can't comprehend. Trust that Allah knows the path that will lead you to peace. My dear brothers and sisters, I want to share something with you that the Prophet taught us. The heart rusts just like iron. And one of the things that removes the rust is remembering Allah. Daily dua is remembrance. Daily dua is purification. Daily dua removes the rust from your heart. Daily dua makes the heart soft and alive. And a soft heart is a blessed heart. A soft heart cries easily. A soft heart forgives easily. A soft heart loves deeply. A soft heart approaches Allah with humility. A soft heart is protected from arrogance. A soft heart is filled with peace. But when the heart becomes hard, when we stop making dua, when we neglect prayer, when we drown in the world, it becomes difficult to feel anything. It becomes difficult to taste faith. It becomes difficult to find joy. It becomes difficult to connect spiritually. Daily dua keeps your heart soft. It keeps you connected. It keeps you aware. Even when you are going through pain, dua turns your pain to worship. Even when you are going through fear, dua turns your fear into protection. Even when you are going through heartbreak, dua turns your heartbreak into strength. Even when you are going through loss, dua turns your loss into reward. Some of the greatest wisdom Allah puts into your heart will come during the moments you are whispering dua. Because during dua, your heart is quiet. Your ego is silent. The world fades away. And in that stillness, Allah fills your heart with clarity and light. Daily dua also teaches patience. Patience is not passive. Patience is not giving up. Patience is trusting Allah even when life doesn't make sense. Patience is knowing that Allah sees what you cannot. Patience is believing that Allah is preparing something meaningful for you. Patience is holding on to hope without letting sadness break you. And dua feeds patience, it nurtures it. Because every time you raise your hands, you are reminding your heart, Allah is with me. Allah is in control. Allah is merciful. Allah will never abandon me. And Allah never does. Now, let's speak about gratitude again. Gratitude is not only saying, Alhamdulillah. Gratitude is recognizing that every breath you take is a gift. Every moment you laugh is a gift. Every obstacle you overcome is a gift. Every tear that brings you closer to Allah is a gift. Every person who loves you sincerely is a gift. Every meal you eat is a gift. Every mistake that teaches you is a gift. Every prayer you pray is a gift. And when you make dua daily, you begin to see these gifts. You begin to appreciate them. You begin to notice the mercy of Allah in everything around you. And gratitude purifies the heart like nothing else. The Prophet who taught us that whoever is grateful, Allah gives them more peace, more blessings, more clarity, more healing, more healing, more guidance. So when you raise your hands every day, do not only ask, thank Allah, thank Him from your heart. Oh Allah, you have given me more than I deserve. Oh Allah, you have protected me in ways I never saw. Oh Allah, you have guided me even when I was lost. Oh Allah, thank you for my life, my health, my faith, my food, my family, my safety. Oh Allah, thank you for the blessings I see and the countless blessings I don't see. Such dua fills the heart with light. Another beautiful thing about daily dua is that it increases humility. It reminds you that everything you have can disappear in a second. Wow! It reminds you that your intelligence, your job, your health, your relationships, your abilities, your success, none of it is guaranteed. None of it is truly yours. They are gifts that Allah can give or take at any moment. This humbles the heart. This makes you kind. This makes you gentle with others. This makes you less judgmental. This makes you more compassionate. This makes you more forgiving. Because you realize you are just a servant and Allah is the Lord of all things. And a heart that is humble is a heart that Allah raises. Daily dua also protects the heart from sin. When you talk to Allah every day, you become more aware of your actions. You become more conscious of your words. You become more sensitive to what you watch, what you listen to, what you consume, what you allow into your life. You begin to guard your character. Your heart becomes clean, and clean hearts do not like dirt. When you make dua every day, you start asking Allah to help you stay away from bad habits. You ask Him to help you control your tongue, your anger, your desires. You ask Him to forgive your mistakes. You ask Him to guide you toward good. And Allah responds by strengthening your will, increasing your awareness, inspiring your heart, and guiding your steps. My beloved listener, let me tell you something. You are not weak if you make dua. You are not desperate. You are not helpless. You are wise. You are connected. You are choosing the strongest weapon a believer has. Dua is not a last resort. Dua is the first resort. Some of you listening right now feel tired. Some of you feel empty. Some of you feel disconnected from Allah. Some of you feel like you haven't made dua sincerely in a long time. And that's okay. Because today can be the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter filled with softness, with closeness, with mercy, with healing, with spiritual growth. It doesn't take much. Just start with a few minutes every day. Sit alone in a quiet place and speak to Allah. Tell Him everything. Ask Him for everything. Cry if you need to. Smile if you feel joy. Release your burdens. Share your dreams. Tell Allah your fears. Tell Him your hopes. Tell Him your regrets. Tell Him your secrets. Allah already knows, but He loves hearing it from you. Daily dua will change your life. It will change your heart. It will change your mindset. It will change your character. It will make you more patient, more positive, more hopeful, more grateful, more content, more spiritually grounded. Because dua is not only about the things you ask for. It is about the person you become through that intimate conversation with Allah. Imagine going through life with a heart that is calm, confident, trusting, and full of light. Imagine waking up with peace because you spoke to Allah the night before. Imagine facing challenges with strength because you asked Allah to guide you. Imagine walking with dignity because you know Allah is with you. Imagine going to sleep with a clean heart because dua washed away the emotional dust of the day. This is what daily dua gives you. And the most beautiful part is that dua can bring you closer to Allah than any worldly success ever could. You might achieve many things in life. You might collect wealth, accomplishments, respect, recognition. But nothing compares to the peace of a heart connected to Allah. So today, as you listen to these words, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Not to me, not to anyone else, just to yourself and to Allah. I promise that you will make dua every day, even if only for a few minutes. I promise that you will speak to Allah from your heart. I promise that you will reconnect, rediscover, and rebuild your relationship with Him.
And watch how your life begins to change. My dear brothers and sisters, I want to remind you of something comforting, something gentle, something that carries the fragrance of hope. Allah loves you. Truly, deeply, more than you can imagine, more than you think you deserve, more than you could ever love yourself. Allah has been taking care of you since before you were born. Allah has protected you from dangers you never saw. Allah has forgiven you for mistakes you forgot about. Allah has carried you through darkness you thought would destroy you. Allah has given you opportunities you didn't even ask for. Allah has healed you from wounds you didn't know how to express. Allah has guided you even when you were not looking for guidance. And Allah waits for you to return to Him, not because He needs you, but because He knows you need Him. You are never too broken for Allah. You are never too sinful for Allah. You are never too lost for Allah. You are never too late for Allah. You are never too small for Allah's mercy. Every day is a new chance. Every moment is a new beginning. Every breath is an opportunity to start again. So start today. Raise your hands. Lower your ego. Open your heart. Speak to Allah. Cry if you need to. Whisper if you need to. Smile if you feel peace. Let your soul fall back into the embrace of the Most Merciful and make dua. O Allah, purify my heart. O Allah, strengthen my faith. O Allah, fill my soul with light. O Allah, bring me closer to you. O Allah, soften what has become hard inside me. O Allah, remove the burdens I can no longer carry. O Allah, forgive me, guide me, and protect me. O Allah, do not leave me to myself for even the blink of an eye. O Allah, fill my heart with peace. O Allah, let my final breath be upon your remembrance. And trust that Allah will answer in the most beautiful way. My beloved listener, may Allah purify your heart through every dua you make. May Allah fill your life with mercy, tranquility, and guidance. May Allah strengthen your faith, heal your wounds, forgive your sins, and write you among His beloved servants. May Allah make daily dua a source of sweetness in your life, a source of peace in your heart, and a source of light in your journey. And may Allah allow your heart to bloom with His remembrance until the very last moment of your life. Ameen.